Welcome to Big Blue's Exploration. This week we're headed to Japan. Japan for 10 days of skiing. In this video we're going to talk about the visit to Shiga Kogen, which is roughly about 2 or 3 hours away from Tokyo and about 4 hours from Nagoya, which was my port of entry to Japan by rail and by bus. Looking at accommodation, there was many options, but very, very expensive ones. So I decided to stay at Yudanaka Station, where I found a lovely guest house, Seki-sanchi, for about £80 for the 3 nights, which was very comfortable and would highly recommend it to solo travellers, but also to families as well. The only thing is that you are separated to male and female. Shiga Kogen is a very large area that is split up into 14 hills, which makes it look like a very large resort, but in terms of acreage of skiing and kilometres, it's not that unachievable and can be done in several days, for 4 or 5 at the most, to cover the majority of the area. The area is perfect for all levels. A lot of Japanese children and adults visit Shiga Kogen on a regular basis. When we were there, we counted 2, 3 or 4 groups with more than 100 in each group. We were in one of the parking lots on the furthest right of the resort, and there were counted 7 buses in one parking area and counted many more in another parking area. The one issue that sticks out is the infrastructure. The lifts are extremely slow. I mean, some of them actually feel like you're moving like a snail. Which brings me to the point that Shiga Kogen is a lesson in etiquette and Japanese patience. Do not expect to be going up and down the slopes many times an hour. If you're lucky, maybe 4 or 5 times an hour. The runs themselves are quite short, with only being several hundred metres up to maybe 1 or 2 kilometres in length, but the variety is stark. Going back to the learning environment, what it does mean is that when there's powder days, you can have very short runs next to lifts which are full of powder, and therefore are an excellent opportunity for young children or for those who've really taken up skiing to learn how to ski powder again and again, taking the lift up and down until they master it. Thus, when they come to challenge more difficult and longer duration unpiste pistes and off-piste to the trees, they will be able to handle the powder. Even for experienced hands like myself and others will find lots of enjoyment with the variety of terrain and the different challenges associated with that. The bus network connecting Yudanaka and the Shiga Kogen, Sun Valley, Shiga Kogen, and other arteries of the resort are frequent and reliable, just as one would expect with Japanese standards of timekeeping. This is quite a high resort by Japanese standards. The powder is firm and dry, leading to an excellent skiing experience regardless of how much snow there is. Obviously, having more snow does make it more enjoyable, but you can see why so many young people and learners visit Shiga Kogen every year to learn how to ski. Accommodation is readily available at Yudanaka Station, as well as Nagano, which is an hour or so by rail from Yudanaka Station. So if you're willing to travel, you can get very reasonable accommodation for all budgets, and also be in a good position to connect to the other resorts in the area, such as Madaro and Zara Onsen, as well as Fullerfield with Shiga Kogen. These videos will be coming in the near future. Overall, Shiga Kogen for the skiing gets about a 7. That is down to the fact that there's not as much variety as you would hope or would want in comparison to many other resorts worldwide. The Japanese standards are very different to the rest of the world, just like the people, the culture, and the food is. So when it comes to Shiga Kogen, by Japanese standards, I would have to, at the moment, give it about an 8. This score may reduce or increase throughout the experiences, but it feels like, as a resort, it's well located, close to Tokyo and other metropolitan centres, great access to accommodation, the food around the area and served on the mountain is excellent, with a wonderful sushi bar, Uzi Sushi, which is just up from the Yudanaka Station, about 300 yards. Well worth a visit, but remember to book, as it's a very small, intimate dining experience with only about 16 covers at any one time, with one gentleman preparing the fresh sushi. All the prices around about Yudanaka and Shiga Kogen were quite reasonable, even by Japanese standards, for being a resort town. For everything that I've experienced, I have added a new category about family friendliness, and that therefore increases the score for Shiga Kogen to about an 8.3. Again, the some detractors are ease of access, but that isn't much of a problem, as you can get there. It just takes quite a long time due to the slower speed trains used and many buses. But the prices for the buses and the trains are extremely reasonable by world standards, and the people are very friendly, even when they don't necessarily know how to communicate. They will get out their phones and they will use translate. You can give it to the Japanese that they always try to find a solution, even if they cannot provide it themselves through speaking. So overall, I have to give Shiga Kogen at the moment 8.3, and I think that may increase by Japanese standards later on in the trip. But overall, a 7 out of 10 in the global rankings. But well worth a visit, and definitely one that to take your young family to, or those who are learning, as there's lots of opportunities to progress very quickly. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the next video, which will be coming within the week. Please like, subscribe, and share Big Blue's explorations. Bye.